Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another episode, folks. I'm once again here on World of Warcraft, and this time around you can see that I am on my Warlock character, but there is a bit of a difference. So, we have leveled up miraculously. We are now 58, done it in a couple of clicks, and let me kind of walk you through what has happened. So, firstly, thank you all for watching this video and joining me in this video. I really do appreciate all of the amazing support you guys have shown me so far. So what I have done is I went and bought one of the packs for sale for World of Warcraft. I believe it was like the legendary edition for World of Warcraft Classic. With that, of course, we got a level 58 instant boost token, which I kind of played around with and eventually ended up using it on Akatosh, and so therefore we are now level 58. Now, I didn't do a recording on that. I kind of regret that. It was just me messing about, and one thing led to another, and I ended up with this character being leveled up to this level. Whether that was the right decision or not, I don't actually know, but it is what it is. I also bought a I think the legendary is the most expensive one, and there's another one before that. I can't remember what it was called, but I also bought it for my friend who we used to play quite a bit of World of Warcraft back in the day. So with that said, he now has a character that's level 58. I have a character that's level 58. I've done, I suppose, the intro quest. So basically, the way it works out is you get your character leveled up to 58 and stuff. And you got like a little quest, like a little tutorial type of thing going on. Did that, got my mount, got all the stuff. I'm now going through the abilities that we have or should have at this particular level. And just kind of messing about with them, trying to figure out how I'm going to set up my rotation and all that. I think I am going to go with Demonology. We'll give that a go. If Demonology is not something that is suited for me, then I will respec into another skill tree. But I think Demonology will be quite cool, especially for leveling up at least. We'll see how we do in the dungeon. But yeah. I mean, in the dungeon. I'm not planning to do a dungeon right now, but eventually we will do dungeons. So when we get to that point, we'll see exactly how things work out. Now, I have gone with a Human Warlock. Probably should have gone with a Gnome Warlock. That would have been probably better suited. But it is what it is. This is the gear that you see on me. This is what we get with the boost, so to speak. But with the boost, we also got a couple of other little trinkets and stuff. Not trinkets, but like we get a mount and a couple of other things. But I thought, you know what, I wanted to support the game, the developers, well, Blizzard as such, and so for that reason alone, I just decided to buy that particular version of the game. So that's where we're at. I'm currently just setting up my rotation. This will take a while. You guys will see me in a bit once I am set up and ready to do some questing. Okay, so I've been messing about with my abilities, just trying to get familiar with them. I'm not quite sure what everything does. It's been a very long time since I've played a Warlock, so yeah, we're catching up. Let's put it this way. See, it would have been easier if we, for example, leveled up to this point. I wouldn't have to do this. I know straight away exactly what is going on, what each ability does. But right now, I'm having to take it slow, so I'm probably going to do some cutting here and there, just because of how things work. Okay, so this guy becomes aggressive towards us when we summon our Felguard. Alright, well, fair enough. And he does hurt pretty bad, pretty punchy. So, what's interesting is we're fighting this Infernal here in... Oh, I might end up not doing too well here. Oh, that could be potentially a expensive mistake for me. I like how people just stop to look at me and watch me about to die. Okay. Something's happened to him. Not sure what that is. Have no clue what I just did there. Okay. I think I banished him. Well, might as well just get moving before we get into trouble. We're not in a good place right now, so I'm just going to go and visit where the Warlock... I was going to call it tavern or whatnot. Yeah, I'm going in the right place. Where basically the Warlocks hide out in Stormwind, so to speak. It looks like our Felguard might have potentially beat the dude, the banished Infernal. Not that I care too much about that, or the Infernal disappeared or whatnot. Yeah, no, I think they duked it out and Felguard won there. But hey, details, right? So basically after this, right here, because there was a quest that I was meant to do with regards to specking, which I've already done. I've put all my talents in the tree that I'm interested in. Might as well complete it, and then we can go to Outlands. I'm going to go through the Dark Portal, as you just saw that there. That is basically our next point. I'm just kind of quickly looking at what I've set up here, how I'm going to shift things about. So the thing is, I somehow expect to have more abilities on my hotbars than I actually do. It just feels like I'm missing a couple of things here, so there's a bit of tweaking still that I'll have to do. And then obviously then there's a point of me having to actually get used to what abilities I have, how to use them, what they do. I'm sure that won't take too long. It's just like the first part of it tends to be quite lengthy until I kind of know what everything is and what it is. Water breathing. Bit of a useless skill, but not always useless. I suppose when we get buffs from other people, we now can buff them with water breathing. You know, just like I've received so many times on my paladin. Not that I was expecting it, but yeah. Right, alright. There we go. That looks a bit better. So we want the latest version of this. So, Soulfire. I think, for now, that is pretty much what I want. Alright, so this is pretty cool. I'm just kind of play around with it and just kind of see how many I can get off. It does eat mana like nothing else though. Okay, cool. So with that said, time to get to the Dark Portal from Stormwind. What I do wonder though is if I have the flight path discovered. So it does show it on the map. Alright, so that's where my friend is currently speaking. I'm going to take a griffin if I can. If not, I might have to ride all the way there. If that's the case, which would make no sense, but if that's the case, I will then have to do a bit of editing. There's no point in showing you guys how I get there. It's not all that complicated. Luckily, it's not all that far from where we are, so we could definitely get there. It's just, yeah, this is just going to be a lot of me riding a horse until we get to the area. But if we can get a griffin, then that would make quite a big difference to me. Again, I'm just messing about with my abilities. I'm trying to space them out in a way that I'm happy with. I'll probably be doing a lot more of this off camera, but I think so far this seems alright to me. I've got all of the important abilities that I think I'll need. I think this takes us up to the north part of this, but that's fine. We are out of this area, and then I can kind of just ride around stockades and towards the Griffin and give that a go. Now, what would be interesting here, and like I said, I don't know what the scenario is. This is the first time I've done this, so it's quite a curiosity to myself. But what would be interesting is if we actually have all of the possible flight paths discovered. In that case, it does make a lot of good sense to actually do this, because saying that, as I've leveled up with my paladin, I still have many flight paths that I have to discover. And I will eventually, you know, once I get to the end game content, and there'll be loads of things to do and grind out, which I will eventually cover. But right now, speaking strictly for the paladin, there we go. Alright. Yeah, look, it looks like we have every possible flight path discovered already, which is cool. So it makes sense. I guess it's going off the classic, and I'm not considering the Burning Crusade in this when I'm saying it, where you would have probably, to level up, would have had to travel all throughout Azeroth and quest in pretty much all of the areas. So that is a good, nice, positive thing that there. Like I said, with my paladin, I do have to come back and get a couple of things done. Now, also, with that said, I did eventually get alchemy and herbalism on this character, and that's where it's at. I've not done anything for it. I need to look at leveling those up eventually and bringing them into, I suppose, a place where they are usable in Outland. So maybe that's something I'll do off camera, for example, and grind that out. I don't know how much time it'll take me to do that, to actually achieve that, if I'm honest. I could potentially do a stream on that, but again, streaming is one of those things which I would love to do a lot more of if I have the time, which I don't. 9 times out of 10 I don't, which sucks really badly, because I do like streaming. It's actually easier to make content that way. There's not a lot of things for me to worry about. There's not a lot of editing. Streaming is one of those things where mistakes are okay in terms of, I suppose, the recording, the playback. As a side note, you will see a different language between me and my friend. It's normal. We both know 2 languages at least, and yeah, we communicate in both languages. So with that said, if you see weird letters and characters, it's not typos, that's a different language. This is the stuff that I kind of retrieved. So what happens is, when you level up through the boost system, all that you had gets taken off you, and you get it back through the mail system in the game, which is what happened. We did get, interestingly enough, we have a horsey, we have our specific warlock mount, and I should also get that weird lizard thing that normally comes with the version of, or the copy, yeah, the version of the copy of the game that I have, which, if I remember correctly, we can get from any innkeeper. Most often I will be, of course, using this particular mount. Hold on a bit. There's something I need to mess about with here. I'm not quite happy with it. So in display, we don't want the helm on. That's really annoying me. Nope, that didn't work out the way I wanted it. So it's interface. Okay. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's try that again. Right, so we're just going to make a mad rush towards the Dark Portal. From there on, it's going to be straight to Honorhold. Oh, that is a really difficult name to say, you know. There are some quests I could pick up here, but we're not going to spend too much time mucking about here. No need to waste my time like that. Again, more so with this character than with the likes of the Paladin, but we'll have to come back to Azeroth for quite a few things, including discoveries, quests, stuff like that. There is a set of quests that I do want to complete more or less on all characters, and that's primarily to do with the likes of Plaguelands. That is an area I like, and I do want to get access to Stratholme and Solomance. Those are dungeons that I do like, and I will go there to get certain things and farm certain things. Now the question I have is, am I, and this is something that I will answer in time. As of now, I don't have an answer, but I believe in Stratholme. Yes, I believe it's in Stratholme. There's a boss called Baron Rivendare, or something like that, and he has an undead mount, an undead horse, basically, same as the undead in the game. Slight difference in color. I think his is purple-ish or something like that. Or maybe it's a very slight color variation to the undead mount. Now I do want that. I want it primarily on the Paladin, but it would also go good on the Warlock as well as on the Death Knight. So the question is, will I get it for all of these characters? Bear in mind, it is a very, very, very rare drop chance there. That means I'll end up spending countless hours in that dungeon, running it over and over and over and over again until I get it. That could be a thing. That is, of course, if it still drops. So that's something I will need to check before I actually decide to embark on that. If not, then I guess we'll just not do it, really. But I hope that it still drops. That's something I would like. Okay, how far? Okay, they didn't follow me all the way down here. Well, I don't think these guys would have helped me, so let's turn this one in. Quest complete. We'll accept the new one. And I'm gonna meet my friend in Honorhold in Outland. So he's on his way. There almost. This is the Great Dark Portal. Now, it's only recently that I've actually come here with my Paladin. You will have seen the stream when that happened. It did get streamed. So I kind of know what I need to do here. Now, when I first came to Outland, and that would have been on my Hunter, I thought I had to fight these demonic creatures here at the gate. So I ended up fighting them. That was never the purpose of that. But I didn't have anything like a quest helper to help me, so honestly I didn't know what I was doing. But it was fun. Lots of good positive memories. So here we are. This is Outland. We do get a free get out of jail card, in the sense of we still have to pay for the Griffin ride, but we don't need to discover the first flight location. It's only after that that we need to discover. And yeah, this is what Outland looks like. I did show it off on stream. It is actually quite nice. This is the Hellfire Peninsula, and to me the skybox on this is freaking amazing. I also like the fact that there is like a world's edge, and yeah, if you fall off that, well, you fall off that, and goodbye you, really. I might do that on a video, maybe. I don't know. I'm tempted to see how they resolve the not being able to get your body back. and I think that's quite interesting. I don't remember. I did fall off the edge just for this reason at one point when I started out, just to see what would happen. I don't remember what happens if you fall off the edge. Okay, so maybe for the purposes of that, I might do it at some point. I don't know if I will, so it's not a promise or anything, but it's tempting. It's a very tempting thought. Okay, just having a quick look around. Let me browse your goods. See what you have here. And the good thing is, right, so with this, we also get a handful of gold to start off with, which is probably not bad. I mean, normally when I came to Outland, I had actually, I think we get like 30 something gold, 35 gold, which I don't know, or is it 25? Because I did have 10 gold that I sent off the main onto this character before I actually decided to use that boost. So it might be 25, not 35. If it's 35 and we lost that 10 gold, then that's a bit disappointing, to be honest. But I suppose, I mean, part of me would be disappointed simply because I did pay for it and I don't really want to lose the gold that I already had. But then I also understand that in the boost, which in a way we kind of paid for, does more or less take you from, you know, small level to high level, really. So, you know, it does do us a favor. So 10 gold isn't that much of a loss. Plus in Outland, you do make apparently quite a bit of gold. I don't remember how good the gold making went. But yeah, you know, I guess we'll find out once I take my first character to 70. We'll see how much gold I get off of just simply doing the quest. Because after that, it'll be a grind. So this is, like you see right here, I did eventually attempt to do a bit of alchemy and herbalism on my character. Didn't get a lot of time to actually do much of anything. I do have, as you can see, the basic skills, which I got for free, to some extent, I guess. So I've got some materials here that I should as well use before I actually get rid of them. Later on, I'm going to have to play catch up. That's the sad part of it. Oh, there's my friend right there. So I'm quickly going to do these bandages that are kind of useless to us anyways. And then get rid of them, and yeah, it's off to do some quests. So it is nice to be able to quest together like good old days. We're both busy in our own ways. He's got a family life and all that, so I've got, you know, work. Well, he's got work as well and everything else. So it'll be nice to do this together. Now, I could possibly save up the Warlock and just kind of tag team it with him, which means there won't be too much Warlock content. It's one of those things. I don't even know how. I haven't got a plan, right? I'm just going to come out and say I don't have a plan on how I'm going to level up all these characters. All I know at this moment in time is I need to level them up. And by them, I'm currently referring to my Paladin, which there's no way I'm not leveling that dude up. You know, I put all that effort in. He's getting leveled up. And there's this dude, the Warlock. Luckily, there's only 12 levels to go, but these last 12 levels can be quite difficult to achieve. And of course, there will be the Death Knight, which is really just around the corner, if we think about it. So I'll have quite a bit of leveling to do. These quests are going to become quite repetitive for me, so I guess that will fill my boots up with Outland material until we get to, I think it's called Northrend, and then we got some more leveling up to do. Again, 3 characters. I'm going to be honest and say I don't know which one I'm going to level up first. part of me wants to do the paladin, or most of me wants to do the paladin. We'll see how I enjoy the lock right now. It's possible that the warlock will be the second one, or maybe the death knight. I don't know, but they're all classes that, in my opinion, are quite fun to play, and in their own way, they're quite individual as well. They're, in the sense of they're unique, they're different, they're not the same as the other. So it does offer the option of a very versatile play style, which is what I like. Sorry about that, just cleared my throat. Go and pick up the quests. Luckily I know where all the quests are, and luckily I do have Questy, so Questy is quite useful here. So with that, apparently I was listening that or reading that they will introduce a quest tracker type of thing with Wrath of the Lich King. I would rather they don't do that. I mean, there's a couple of things that I would rather they don't. So one of the things that is coming with regards to changes is how mounts are obtained for the Warlock classes and the Paladin classes. So both of them have,
what can I do for you?
In some sense, I'm talking about the 100% speed mount. They both have to do a set of quests, or a quest line, that costs quite a bit of money, to be honest, right? Personally speaking, I like it the way it is, but as I understand it, that quest line will be taken out, and instead you will just pay for it as you would for a spell. So I don't like that idea. This is just my personal opinion. I think doing the quest to get the mount is the way it should have stayed. It does feel like an achievement. So say if at level 60 you have the 100% speed mount, that it feels, you know, that's an achievement. That you've done it. You've done well. It costs a lot of money. It's a status symbol. All right, you've done well through the questing to gather enough money to pay for it, which is what my case is on the Paladin. I did quite well. I suppose you'll see the footage when it comes out, but I did get some help from my friends in the guild, and by help is not, I mean, not just with getting the dungeons that were necessary for it done, but also with finances. Don't get me wrong, it was not a freebie. I did go back after that and did quite a bit of farming.
Need help?
Gathered loads of ores of various kinds, turned them into bars and sold it at the auction house. I spent a whole day doing that and then paid everybody back what they lent me. So, you know, it's one of those things. When I got given the gold, I wasn't told to keep it. They just gave it to me. So to me, in that format, it is just a loan. I suppose other people would have just counted their blessings and be done with it, really. But yeah, no, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I paid my dues, gave the people their gold back, and you know, I'm really appreciative for the help that they gave me. So we're doing the quests here in Hellfire Peninsula over here. So I've established that we can probably pull about 4 levels in this zone. The first 2 levels are easy because it's a 58 to 60 transition type of period. 60 onwards, it gets significantly more difficult as we need more and more XP to complete it. So yeah, it's one of those things. We might be here for a while, is what I'm trying to say. So I am quite happy with my rotation right now. There might be a couple of tweaks I need to do, but my damage is really nice. It's nice to actually kill things quick. Leveling up a healer, tell you what, that was a chore. Not a bad chore. It felt hard at times, felt really grindy at times, but yeah, definitely I don't even know how to explain the feeling of it. It's really slow, really tedious.
That's still recharging.
Okay, so I've got a couple of options here in terms of rotations. I'm gonna fill up on or stock up on soul shards because they will be very useful in the long run, and yeah, that is one of the things that warlocks do use quite a bit. So stock up. Luckily, we got a nice, decent sized soul shard bag for us to fill up, so might as well take advantage of that. And this is life tap, which at the moment feels a bit ineffective. I feel like we're getting cheated out of, well, I don't know, everything really. Gain a bit of mana in exchange for a lot of hit points. So I'll give him that. He might need it eventually. I can craft some more. No. Okay, we got it. We'll create another health stone. Have this in our bag and ready to go. And create a soul stone there as well. Have that going for us. Oh, I don't want to trade that with you, but I do want to give you... Hold on a bit. I do want to give you this. Oh, it's soulbound. Okay, never mind. That didn't work out the way I wanted it, so... Let's top up on mana. I guess we're going to have to stick to good old-fashioned drinking for now. So, these first quests in Outlands, kind of fun to do. And I just told my friend there that the pally life is a good life. In the sense of you don't have to eat food to heal. You just drink mana. That's all you need to worry about. Just get your mana potions down you. I suppose you can eat food if it's buff food, but that involves either having someone that has a good cooking skill, which I don't, because I didn't focus on that, or having food, well, a good cooking skill to give you food that buffs you. I don't have any access to buff food, but of course that's going to become quite essential when we get to the raiding part. If we get to the raiding part, right now I'm quite doubtful that that's going to be a thing, realistically speaking, but one can hope. So yeah, there are a couple of finishers here that I can use. One is Soul Drain, the other one is Life Drain. Currently speaking, I want to stock up on Soul Shards, so it's going to be Soul Drain for the time being. I'm just trying to find a good spot where these guys spawn in quite a bit. Might as well pick up the bits off the ground, because these become quite useful actually. It's an easy part of the quest, or an easy quest really, because it's a quest all on its own. So I'm going to make a guess here and say that my friend here is probably going to go for a tank build. I'm going to be honest and say that I wouldn't really know which build is more challenging in a dungeon stroke raid. I suppose they both have very, what's the word? Very important roles. I suppose a tank needs to know how to pull the NPCs and not kill everybody in the process of doing it, whilst the healer needs to make sure that everybody stays up. The pressure on these classes is quite big, to be honest, and so stuff like that, that level of pressure, can be quite off-putting for some people. Me, I'm happy with being a healer, and I do, once I'm confident enough, I do want to have a tank. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting, but with the tank role, I was just thinking about it now. You do need to know the dungeons really well. You need to know what groups to pull, when to pull them, how to pull them. There's a lot of knowledge involved in that. And then the other thing I don't know, strictly speaking about the tank, is how easy is it to level up? Well, right now, I know I've only just started playing the game, but leveling up a healer compared to this right now, playing the Warlock, feels like it's been quite difficult and tedious. This is actually not half bad. I feel like I could easily take on multiple targets here and deal with them. The only problem I have is mana. If I run out of mana, then I am really not in a good place.
To battle.
Okay, well, we're going to try and avoid this dude because he's going to hurt. We are not in a situation to deal with him at this moment in time. I'll quickly go and grab this guy right there. Okay, so my friend's fighting something. I guess if we divide and conquer, we should be fine. But he's taking... Oh, he's picked a fight with the elite. Don't know why he's done that. Uh-oh. Is that him asking for help? I'm guessing so. Yeah, we're not gonna do too well here. I mean, I can't heal him at the moment. Yeah, might as well. Okay, we're dead. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do anything. Yeah, we barely tickled him. He's just gonna hurt me pretty badly. He does a lot of damage too. Maybe at mid 60 we might be able to deal with him, but not now. Because he does do a lot of damage. He hurts. He hurts pretty badly. Alright, so we have a couple of quests around this area. One that we can hand in, but if you guys have watched my previous episodes, you'll know that I tend to prefer to get a bunch of quests done all at the same time, then just go and hand them in big groups. So just a little bit of tweaking here, because I feel like Drain Life will be Drain Soul will be quite a important thing for me to use. I'll be using that quite often just to keep things up. I'm just trying to figure out right now how to sort out my hotbar right now. It's a bit of a mess. In the sense of course, I'm not quite sure how to rotate my abilities. I'm still getting used to it, just to max out all the damage I can do. That's all. I suppose one of the nice things about playing a Warlock is I don't have to worry about healing anybody. It's, you know, every Warlock for his own. Every man on his own. So, you know, there's no stresses with that there. Okay. I'm just about ready to go. I do need to get my buffs up, and I do also need to get my pet up. So let's start with the Felguard. We'll give this guy a go. I think, if I'm not mistaken here, the Felguard is a bit of a tank, but more of a DPS, hard-hitting melee type of thing. Oh wow. The trade-off is so bad on life tap right now. I do think, or remember it being a lot better than this. I'm not sure where the difference comes from, if it's gear dependent or how or what makes it better. But yeah, right now, like, the life tap is actually kind of killing us.
That's still recharging.
Either that or I was getting used, when I played the Warlock, I was already used to, I suppose, the bad trade-off. That's also a possibility. Let's not forget about that. Right, there we go. There's our soul shard there. See, I reckon I'm good enough to go for both of these dudes. So the rider dismounts the dog-like creature. I'm gonna call it a dog. That was my initial intention. And so you end up fighting two characters at the same time, which, as we know from my Paladin playthrough, can sometimes be a bit of a challenge, and it's not really what World of Warcraft at this point in time was looking at doing, or encouraging for that matter. So we somehow aggroed that spellcaster from afar. We're doing a real good number on us. And yeah. Try to deal with you. You've run out of mana. That makes my life that much more easier. And of course you come back to us, but we need to well, we need to not die here, that's the problem. Yep. Well, it's goodbye, cruel world. I guess this counts as the first Warlock death. Hey, I did not die until level 58, okay? To me, that's an achievement. I think that's an achievement to anybody. It doesn't matter how I got to level 58. Yes, it does. I got the boost. So, yeah, it's, I hadn't played it that long enough to make it actually count. But I can say it, and it's true. Well, saying that, to be honest, I did actually die before this, but hey, it's not bad, you know, still the first death. Oh, yeah, well, looks like my friend isn't doing too well himself. He's just about to follow my path. Is he going to follow? See if I can get there in time. I wonder what, yeah, I wonder how he's going to do, if he's going to. Oh, no, there we go. There's our answer. Well, it's off to go and find my body now. I suppose stuff like this. Oh, maybe that's what happened there. There's a trail of dead bodies there that we've left behind. Little accident here and there. Alright, let me kind of sort of move some stuff around here. I'm going to keep doing this, you know, it's until I get all the things that I need sorted out and I'm happy with what I've got there. Stuff like this is bound to happen. I'm going to end up having to tweak the wand and jump the hotbar. Alright, let's get our Felguard out.
Who dares summon me?
Okay, so we've got our dude, that dude right there wandering about. Now, one interesting thing that might end up happening here is I might end up sometimes occasionally missing my spells, which will be, well, not so nice. I'm gonna go through mana rather quick. So I'm just telling my friend to gather the things off the floor. That's part of a quest. So we've, if I'm not mistaken, we've both gathered or picked up all the quests that we had in Honor Hold. So might as well grab the stuff off the ground as well. I suppose the salvage part of the quest is the easier one. And to be honest, I am actually quite curious as to how much it'll give as XP. They do, like generally speaking, although some quests are of the same levels, I have noticed that, or intended for the same level, they can vary slightly in the amount of XP that they give. Well, there should be some stuff around here. Let's go grab that. There's loads of stuff on the ground. Okay, there's more stuff up here. So I think what would be the best idea is to just kind of hover about here. Let my Felguard deal with that orc right there. I think it should be just fine. Shouldn't need too much help there.
I need a target.
Okay, that I think I'm done with. I wonder where he's gone to. Ah, he's right there. I'll tell him to grab that bit. Try and point it out. He might not necessarily be paying attention to the stuff on the ground. Maybe he's a bit keen on fighting stuff. Anyway, I'll go and grab this right there. Okay, 4 of 8. We do need to be careful though with that wandering elite around here. Oh, there's one right there. And we also have a orc to deal with. I do like the short stun on the Felguard. That is actually quite useful. I mean, saying that, with the Felguard, I am doing decent damage, which is nice. I'm happy to see that. There we go. Also, when I did do the or use the boost, one of the things I wasn't sure about was if it was just a one boost or a one-off boost or multiple boosts or how it worked, to be honest. So after I ended up using the boost that I got as a part of getting that pack, I ended up doing a bit of research, so it just comes as a one-off boost. Oh, never mind. I did try and tell my friend there that there's some wood, but he was already doing some stuff. There's some more right there. Oh, nope. He's just gone straight for the orc. Yeah, why not, you know? I suppose, if I think about it now, as I do level up, I will probably come across a decent amount of gold on multiple characters. We are nearly done with the orcs by the looks of it. We just need to gather all the resources. 19 orcs of 20, so there's quite a few orcs to kill, as Gollum would have put it. I did like to call them orcs sometimes. And the dog, of course, or the mount, does not count as an orc, although it belongs to an orc. 6 of 8 wood. I guess I'll get it, and then my friend can do his part of picking up, and I'll just kind of watch his back. There's another one up here. This one this time around is some steel. Got some more steel up this way. Or metal. Metal, steel, I don't know. What's the difference? But yeah. That's me done with that. I think I just need some more wood. And yeah, that'll be that, I guess. So I guess we just go around this giant machine. There's no really point in going too far. Things seem to spawn back really quickly. Oh, there we go. Trying to point out all the things that he can pick up. Oh, never mind. He's seen that one over there. I'll go try and point it out for him. Alright. Well, I guess the orc was asking for it. We must have had a give him a bad look.
I don't have a target.
So this one is a quest that we have both completed, and my friend just needs to gather all the stuff off the floor. I guess it's now my time to do the guarding. Make sure he doesn't get into trouble. Luckily, my Felguard is more than capable. We'll do a bit of lifesteal there. I do wonder which of the drains, like life drain or soul drain, is more effective at doing damage. I feel like the soul drain is really effective. The only issue with that is we come to a point where we kind of overfill our bags, or we can overfill our bags with soul gems, and to be honest with that, you know, we do need, I suppose, our space for other things as well. Let's have a look around this way. Where's he gone? There he is. So yeah, I'm just asking to see if he's got any more stuff to pick up. I can't quite tell right now. So I guess I'll just kind of hover around here. Nope, yep, there we go. That's the answer to my question. I guess we're good to go. Let's go and hand these in and then start something new. Oh, here we go. We got a Felboar on our backside following us. I'm not sure who the Felboar wants to get, but I don't think it'll be too successful. Grab this. There we go. Oh, hello. Of course, all the stuff we get is not actually useful to me. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I am going to always most often favor the more expensive stuff. And then we can always sell off. This one actually gives us some cloth. We get some decent gold for that as well.
What can I do for you?
Now we have a wand and or a dagger. I will settle for the wand if it's better than what I have, and it does look like it's better. And I think the wand has already won that one. There we go. So we swapped out the wand. Go and do some more quests. I know this one. This is kind of one of those areas where things tend to spawn really quickly. Did this with the paladin, and I always had issues with the fel orcs respawning on top of me. We'll see how we manage this scenario. Oh, there's another one right there. This particular area with our warlock. I think, and I feel like I'll be able to juggle multiple targets if I need to. Oh, right, okay. So we got a buff off of my friend, and I'm just going to basically go around on our old... Could have gone actually straight through it. Don't know why I went that... That doesn't make a difference. We're getting to our destination one way or another, and I don't really think it's that much of a time save anyways. But there is a quest here, and already we've done alright with the amount of XP that we got. Granted, we did have quite a bit of rested as well, so that helped quite a fair amount. So now there's that right in front of us that I want to get to. We're going to have to traverse this section, which can be a bit treacherous, mostly due to these buzzards and all the other things that basically live in this, I don't know, would you call it a desert? It is very desolate, so... Alright, okay, we got through that without getting dismounted, which is what I was worried about. Of course, we're going to aggro everything on the way, and now we have the Felguard to deal with. There we go, one Felguard dealt with. Of course, we're going to get a third one. Why would we get away with just 2 Felguards? You know, there's definitely space for a third one. Oh well, why would we get just 3? There's a 4th one there for us. Yep. That's just my luck. Now, having skinning would have been quite good. There's 3 creatures to skin. Alright, here we are, peeps. Getting there, getting to our quest giver, or next quest giver. It is going to be, well, it was a bit treacherous, but we got there at the end, so, you know, we'll be fine. And we will quickly grab these quests from over here.
Well met.
And of course, I've got another Felguard on my backside, because why wouldn't I? Luckily, the NPCs in the camp here will be just fine covering my back end. I'm grateful for that. But of course, it did affect me and my ability to pick up the quest.
Be careful.
Right, there's one right around there, so I think this is it for now. We're going to end the video here, so thank you all so very much for joining me. I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode. There will be more Warlock playthrough coming at some point in the future, whether it's with my friend or by myself, but that will be in the future. I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode, and if you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. And of course, as always, until next time, stay safe, folks.